Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Cavaliers will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big...
Afterburners coming. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they jump on top.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Got it behind the line. It's Ward.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, picked off.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Line getting set on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. Gets it out quickly. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. He's going to take off. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another 1st down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And off from the shotgun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Looking to throw, it's Reese. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the returner will be knocked down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm.
And that pass intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. They'll start this drive with a pass. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. The corners are walked up tight. Off play action. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's loose down the middle. The tag. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The give on the inside. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And here you go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that from it.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a third and long. Looking downfield, it's Reese. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Running back goes in motion. Getting some heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Pressure coming. Now improvising. He'll let it go to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third. Third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
The Yellow Jackets are on the move. Give to the single back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Just ran him over. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The run to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Trying to find his man on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Slings it downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got it. Offense set on first down. Moves. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Steps away. And he pulls it in at the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Here we go. Back to pass, it's Reese. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play?
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. South Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Columbia, one of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's brought down after a nice game. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tight.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Direct snap. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. First down here for the offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. To the air, it's Reese. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Gonna take a shot. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's going to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? Man, you find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking for a man. It's Reese. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Working that left side now. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Now on second down.
Here we go.
The give to the tailback. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Fire.
Keep it on the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Come on, set.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the 4th quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Okay, ready?
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Snap it to the back. And the Yellow Jackets get enough for the 1st down.
And I think that's a good call offensively, Reese. You're sort of in no man's land at midfield. You've got 4th down, and you believe in your guys to go and get it done on the ground. They're able to pick up the 1st.
Were you at all surprised by the decision to run it there?
No, not with their personnel up front. Just the way that these guys have sort of established the...
Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Well, this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The quick out.
Remember back when the Gators, 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Finds his big tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Reese. He's got it down low. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
A screen place, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a 2nd field goal, this one a 37-yarder. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's past the 30. Oh, look out! Inside the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that stand...